Well, I work as a video editor for nearly 13 years now, and I work on several different projects. I work on TV show, movies, corporate stuff, commercials in France mostly, and then I traveled to Canada. I got some experience and went to United States just after that for a short time, and I got some experience to do some graphics and some motion design stuff. But the biggest project I worked on was sci-fi French TV show, which was the adaptation of the heavy metal magazine published in United States, which was an adaptation of the French one. I worked on this project as an editor and an assistant video editor, and it was kind of a huge experience for me. And it was released in like 30 countries, and so it was kind of a really great opportunity for me. I really enjoyed it because I had to work on many different kind of stuff, not just only making editing, but I tried to manage the post-production chain, I would say, and try to manage it the best way I could. And then I traveled to Canada for a year in 2014, and then there I had the chance to work as an editor on an animated movie, and I think that was the first step for me to push me into animation. I work on several projects on my own. I developed several projects on my own and work it on. The first one was an animation, a 3D animated project called Pete, and you can find it on YouTube if you want. It took me about 6 months just to make it, but just before that I had to learn how to make animations, because animation is something really special, and it's not like live action, you have to, it is really a precise process. You can't do it like, okay, I'm gonna take a camera and just go and okay, let's make the movie. No, this is really a process, and I really learned a lot about that. I just to learn the software, it took me 4 years just to learn Maya, and then I had to understand how the process for an animated movie is done, because this is really a different kind of process. I learn how to storyboard it. I learn how to think about the editing, because you have to think about the editing doing the project, because when you start making, like, release the stuff, well, it will impact the editing, and so it's like all the time this way. So you're making something, you're making a mistake, so it will impact the editing, and it goes on and goes on all the time like that. So, well, I did manage to learn animation for 4 years, and really I pushed myself into the software a lot and try to understand how it works, and it was really tough, but I really enjoyed it because it was like really a satisfying job, when you can, I say, like, you succeed, to grab what you want to grab. And I did, I did realize the project entirely by myself. I did the animation just by myself, so I'm not really an animator, but I did the animation just by myself, and it was a 2 minute runtime project, so it was kind of tough, for someone that hasn't been working or hasn't done any animation by the past. It was stop motion, like motion design or this kind of stuff, okay, but it's completely different. It took me about six months to do it entirely, and then I had the chance to be recognized because the project was selected in 8 festivals in the world. So for me it was really incredible because for someone like that, for I I thought my work was kind of amateur, and I didn't thought that my project would be really efficient, really strong and could have a lot of quality. Because when you see like what a lot of people can do and can realize just by themselves, they know techniques, they can do a lot of stuff. So it was really a gift for me. So I really enjoyed it, and then after that I worked on 2 short documentaries that I made just by myself. It was a great challenge because I had to well learn another process as well, because directing is something really special. And but my experience as an editor and the experience I have in writing, because I am a writer as well. I write books. I have published 3 books, one of poetry, another one of short story, and a third one, a child book. So these 2 things helped me a lot, to really push me into understand the process of how to make different kind of projects. So for the animation project, it was really extraordinary because it helped me a lot. And for the documentary one, it was kind of great because like the process is different. You have to kind of plan the stuff, and then you can't manage what will happen on stage. Like it's not like in a movie. When you are making a movie, you plan every shot you want, and in a documentary you can't plan anything. So the 2 projects I have made, I had to adapt myself all the time, so reorganize all the stuff, so adapt myself to everything I saw every day. And I was kind of happy because I started with just a simple idea, and when I saw the final editing for the 2 projects, it was really kind of an accomplished work. And the client I worked for were really glad, enjoyed the project a lot. So I was really satisfied, and I was surprised myself because I managed to make um, like a story through the editing and all the video I had on camera and all the stuff I did. So I was really glad for that because it taught me a lot as well for doing something else. and I learned to make animation just because I work on several projects in 10 years, and I did so many stuff that I was kind of bored. I wanted to learn something else. I'm the kind of person that want to push the boundaries in work. I can't stay like just working on something or just putting myself and say, oh, okay, I have this, I will continue keeping doing this and doing it. No, I just really want to push myself a lot and learn the most I can. So it was really interesting for me because now I can manage different kind of stuff, and I realize that I can do different kind of project just on my own. And really it's really intense all the time, but it's really an experience for me every time, because I can learn a lot about myself, and I can learn a lot about what I can do and what I can push myself, a little bit further and further and further. So I'm really glad about that. I would say Luke and Oscar is a cartoon animated movie. I say cartoon animated movie because this is really like influenced by cartoons. I really love cartoons, but I well, first of all, when the idea pumped into my head, it wasn't really like going to be a cartoon. Like it was more an animated short film, but mostly for child. Like really something more cute and that stuff. But when I started to think about it, I considered that it was just not really the kind of project I wanted to make. Because if you consider cartoon the way it is, like cartoon are funny and crazy and that kind of stuff, but this is really mature in a way. Because like if you look through the cartoons, like the subject they speak about, the theme they're trying to develop, and cartoon are kind of violent if you look at it. This is funny, but this is really violent because people are punching themselves, they smash themselves, then they try to make it, to make horrible stuff to each other, just to fight. So it was really for me like I was really into the thing like this is between a horror movie but in a funny way and an action movie but in a funny way as well. So I tried to watch a lot of horror movie, the goriest, the craziest I could find, and action movies as well, the craziest, the funniest. So every material I could watch just to how to say just to eat, if I can say that, just to eat and just to take a lot of material of myself just to develop the ideas and see what I could just put into the project to make it bigger and more interesting. And so and then I realized just watching movies a lot and thinking about it and trying to develop it for months, and then just yeah, one day just the idea pumped into my head and say, oh, the the project is clear in my head. So yeah, that's what I want to do, and but in a way I would say this is just not like a cartoon or a funny project. It has a moral, I say moral because like it teaches us something. Like you when you see the movies, you will see that you have kind of a lesson to learn, and this lesson I took it from my personal life, from my personal like experience in life, and just realized that I went from like every human being in their life, they go into they experience good things and bad things, and so I try to look into the bad things I had in my life, the bad experience, and so and try to thought a lot about it. And then one day the idea came by into my head and say, yes, I think I want to teach like not a lesson, but I want to say that you have a lot of like in life. If I summarize the idea I wanted to express, like in life you can meet a lot of people that want to beat you or put you like in a sad way, in a bad way. They just want to manipulate you and this kind of stuff because they think you are nothing or you are someone not like as strong as they are, and this was the point I wanted to develop. I wanted to really teach a lesson because if you see the movie, you will see the two characters really different. You have a big one and really small one, and this is like mostly, well, the small one teaches a lesson to the big one, and that's what I wanted to express. So in life, you don't have to judge people. You know, you just have to, well, learn from them and teach them some stuff if you can, but don't judge. And this is really the point I wanted to make in the movie. So don't judge anybody, because you don't know what they can do, what they can realize, and maybe one day you will be really surprised what they can do. And this surprise, when you will see it, it will it will amaze you, and you will see, maybe I was really hard speaking about him, or this kind of stuff. So that was really the idea I wanted to develop for it, and but yeah, in a funny way. So the third question was, if I say some of the animation I liked, is all the Looney Tunes cartoon. I really love them because they are really crazy, and well, they they can develop a lot of theme, and I really like that. I really enjoyed it. And I will say, like the movie Roger Rabbit, it was really like something that really, I would say, shocked me, because it really impact me when I saw it. And as well as when I was a kid, the first animation show I watched was the Batman animated series, and I watched it when I was close to 6 years old, and it was really incredible for me, because it was really a mature show. You know, this is animation for kids as well, but but the content, if you look at it, if you understand it, the writing and everything is mature. And for someone that is a kid, and especially 6 years old like me, and love cinema and movies and stuff like that, I was really kind of impressed. So about the filmmakers I really love, I'll say I was kind of really impressed about a filmmaker, a French filmmaker, and which is Luc Besson. He made The Professional, you know, which is not an animated film. It's mostly a thriller crime film, but that was the first shock for me, because I was 10 years old. I look at this movie, and it was like, you know, an interpretation of the Beauty and the Beast, the fairy tale. And when I look at this movie, I was really amazed by it, and I really wanted to well, search a lot of material through it, and wanted to say, yes, you can do movies, reading stories and adapt it, or put in your point of view. And that that's what really impact me a lot. But not just really animation. Luc Besson was kind of a big passion for me, and I continue to watch his work. I'm not really a fan of his latest work, but you know, if you see the biggest movie he has released some years ago, which was Valerian, and this is the biggest budget movie, the French movie ever released. But if you look at it, this is like a big, you can feel like the child sensation, you know, he tried to share with the audience. So that was really moved me a lot. So I really enjoyed it. I would say my joystick style is, I would say, not really classic, but I like craziness. So I try to, if I can do something crazy about something that is about, I would say, normal, but really kind of cool and slow, and make it the weirdest possible and the craziest, the funniest possible. I really try to do it. I really would like to make really big animated feature, really like something really incredible, like speaking about mythology, with a special big universe and an intense one, and something really, like the Miyazaki style that puts you in a universe. Like each movie is a different universe. It's really incredible. So that's what I would like to do. Well, from my experience, I had about every project I had by the past, and I did, and I work on. I think that wouldn't really be a project, because I am someone that really love to prepare a lot stuff, and by that everything is prepared, storyboarded, written, and so everything will be prepared, and we will just to have to go on, with the project and make it. So we won't have any problem with the production process or any budget constraint or something like that. The hardest part was finding my team, because like I had two people of my team, one doing the design of the character and like the background, the environment, so everything about that. And I had another one which was working about mostly on the sound design and the music. But I had to find an animator and someone that really understand my vision, because I am someone who has a vision and really want to keep keep it that way. I really know what I want, and I won't change my point of view. I'm kind of hard in that way, so I really want to find people that I can I can speak with, communicate with. But the thing is, when I found this animator, he is Mexican, and I just sent him a project, and it just I just sent him the storyboard, to make an animatic, to just prepare the really final animation, and it just did the animatic. And when I look at it, I say, wow, like it just understood what I wanted to make. That was really crazy for me. So just because of that, I have a perfect team. So I'm kind of glad. So I just have to send the material, and they just do what I want to do, to be that I want to be made. So no, this is really magic. I have a really great team, and I'm really proud of that. So, but I had to find, and luckily I found them. So I'm really happy about that. Um, which technique are you most comfortable using? Well, I'll say, well, I just did 3D animation and 2D animation for now, and I would like to learn about stop motion. So I just would say 2D and 3D. I'm kind of cool with that, and that's really a process I know, I understand now, and I can do it with a team without any trouble, without any problem, and so that's cool for me. But I want to push it further. Like I told you before, I'm really that kind of person. I love the challenge, and I want to learn the more I can. Um, well, to tell you, I have 6 projects in development at that time, 6 animated projects in development at that time. So that's kind of huge. I have 2D animation project. I have 3D animation projects as well. So I have one in production right now, which is 3D, and the rest are just 2D or simple drawings, simple hand drawn endurance projects. So this is the kind I'm making right now, and I'm trying to prepare a big one for the next year, which will be, I hope, much longer project. Like, I thought about a runtime about 40 minutes, I think, and it will be an adaptation of a tale from the Maya and the Aztec folklore. So, but it will be something that I'm preparing right now, and I hope to really make it, because which one of the festival I receive a prize. They are partner with Amazon Prime, and they are really open to work with people like me that won a prize with this festival, and I can have a distributor, that will project my that will took my project and put it on their platform, and so that people can see it and share it, and well, that will be something really amazing. But yeah, I have really several projects, and I really hope to make it. Like the six projects I have right now in development, I really hope to finish them by the end of the year, and then starting next year I will be working on the other project that will be really really huge. And well, I think that's it. So thank you for the opportunity you offered me to be part of your festival. I'm really grateful for that, and I really thank you a lot, and I hope I can be part of another event of your festival in the next years that are coming.